Calling to order the special meeting of the Board of Education on April 16th, 2020. Please rise for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which
stands
one nation
under
under
God,
God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
We are on chat. Do I have a motion to approve the revised agenda? I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor? We have enough ayes. So the ayes have it. The revised agenda is approved. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 1st, 2020 regular board meeting? I have a motion, a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. Do I have a motion to approve the proposed resolution of the 2020-2021 BOCES administrative budget? I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor?
Can John
Yes.
just jump in there and just give an explanation? I don't know if the board, there was a $197,000 cut from the first budget that was sent to the board to the second budget. So I just wanted to make everybody aware of that.
Okay.
And if they had any questions, Debbie Habis did send some information regarding what they cut.
Okay.
Do you want me to share that?
Well, we're voting for a higher budget if we thought it was a higher budget. And if it's a lower budget, I imagine we'll have the same or more ayes. So if why don't you just an FYI and send that to the board?
I mean, I can say it out loud. It's not, it's just 3 items. They cut $100,000 from their clerical staff. They cut another $8,000 from their legal, and they cut another approximately a little over $56,000 from their benefits.
Okay.
I just wanted to share that with you, just in case anybody had a question.
All right. Yes, Dawn had a question about what was cut.
Okay.
That's what was cut. There have been enough. We want to continue? No, we need some more ayes. All those in favor? Fine. Thank you. The motion passes, and the BOCES administrative budget has passed. It is recommended that the Monroe-Woodbury Board of Education cast 1 vote for each vacancy to be filled in the 3 vacancies on the Orange Ulster BOCES Cooperative Board. Martha Bogart, Lawrence Berger, and David Eaton. Do I have a motion to elect these people? I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. We have a policy manual update. Either Elsie or Chris, do you want to bring us up to speed on this, please?
This was just we changed the petty cash funds in the school buildings. We alternate to give limited amounts of petty cash that will be held on premises of the buildings. We just cleaned up this policy. It was a little bit, it wasn't as strong worded. So we changed it, and we changed the amounts. It seems as if some of them we took out of the, we took some of the things out of the school districts, and the only one that's going to have money is basically transportation. They might need some petty cash at the site in case a driver has to run and get something for the bus during the course of the day, and they could be reimbursed. And that's really it.
Right. This has nothing to do with extra classroom.
No, it has nothing to do with extra class. It falls in the same category as extra classroom activities, but it has nothing to do with what we did prior to the last couple of meetings. This is a new policy that has to do with the entire district.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve this, the first reading of the policy 5530? I have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. Before we go to personnel, I just want to announce to everybody here and everybody who's might be looking, due to the New York State COVID-19 closure, the Board of Education meetings are obviously being conducted online. We're going to institute a way to have public comment. And a form will be available on the district website. Donna, if I misspeak, you just shout. And the form must be submitted 30 minutes prior to the scheduled start of the meeting. The statements will be read by the district clerk. The public comment guidelines per Board of Ed policy, which we are going to put in place for online public comment. Public comment should be related to agenda items. Under normal circumstances, speakers would be allotted 3 minutes per comment, and this equates to approximately 450 words in writing, unless you use long words. Please limit the comments to one representative per organization or group, if an organization or a group wants to address the board. And although the Board of Education welcomes comments about programs offered by the district and the efforts of its staff, the discussion of matters relating to specific individuals is expressly prohibited. Please be aware that the board members and the superintendent typically do not respond to statements at that particular board meeting. Responses to questions or concerns are provided at the subsequent board meeting. Personnel, Matt.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm going to be respectfully requesting approval for the items listed under personnel. I would like to point out one thing in particular, the certified appointments. We have been interviewing and going through the hiring process as normally as possible, which means it's not incredibly normal, but everything is done virtually, from the screening interviews to the committee interviews to the final interviews, to the acceptances. And tonight you have a group of people that we are very excited about coming on to our agenda and joining the Monroe-Woodbury family. So thank you.
Do we have a motion to approve personnel items? We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. Lorraine also mentions regarding public comment that there is a 30-minute limit per board meeting should we get that many comments. Business and financial, Patrick.
Yes, John, thank you. I would respectfully request the approval of the items under the business section of the agenda, which include 3 resolutions for the district's participation in a cooperative transportation consortium. So this is the group through OU BOCES that we've been participating with for about 3 years now. So this is for next year. We also have a resolution authorizing the district to participate with the purchasing consortium through OU BOCES. So for a small fee, the district allows BOCES to conduct bids and RFPs, and we both, we have a benefit that they're actually picking up some of this work, and we can leverage the dozens of districts that participate to get better pricing on commodities and supplies. And we also have a resolution authorizing the donation of unneeded perishable food items that are the districts to local food pantries. We have a series of bids, about 7 or 8 bids here, which are basically renewal bids for various services and supplies. So bus seat repair, lumber supplies, fire and security alarm, tire recapping, and miscellaneous auto fluids. We have approval of the health services rate for the 2019-20 year for non-resident students. So this is the rate that the district would charge other school districts that that have resident students that live in another district that are going to a non-public school here in our district. And we provide health services to those non-public schools. And by law, we're able to bill back the district of residence if it's not Monroe-Woodbury. So that's the rate we're charging other districts. We have a contract for the summer youth activity camp to allow them to use our buses, about 7 buses. It's the Monroe Joint Park and Recreation Commission. So we do this every year, and it's basically we allow them to lease, I'm air quoting lease for $1 our buses, and they provide the appropriate insurance and maintain the vehicles for July and August. And we have a revised budget calendar for next year. So this calendar is subject to change, and we've had some discussion about this. The calendar, you look at it, it has June 2nd as the budget vote date. So that is our projection right now when the budget vote date might be. The executive order 202.13 said the budget vote date should be no earlier than June 1st. So we don't know exactly when that may be. And a lot of these dates flow from that budget vote date. So right now we're projecting we would have, which I don't think will change, our final budget presentation on May 6th. We would have the Board of Education adopt the budget, make a decision about the budget on or about May 11th. And we'd have our budget hearing on May 20th. And then the notice would go out around May 27th. And again, we'd have the budget vote date on June 2nd. This is all premised on that. So again, we'll see what happens. But right now, this is how things are shaping up. And that's it under business financial.
So the next Board of Ed meeting would be the 6th of May. Is that?
That's correct, John. Yes. Yep.
Thank you. Any questions for Patrick? There being none, I need a motion to approve the business and financial items. I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. Thank you, Patrick. Do I have a motion to approve the arrangement of the recommended placements made by the Committee on Special Education and Preschool Special Education items 10.01, 02, 03, and 04? I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So carried. Anyone else have anything before we adjourn? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn the public portion of the meeting and convene into executive session for purposes of discussing the annual probationary staff review? We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? Public portion of the meeting is adjourned.